Welcome back to Empower You. Today we're talking with author Alex Bratty about her book, From Chaos to Clarity. Now, I know everybody listening out there has had chaos in their life, and I know that there are people that have been stuck. What if I do everything that you describe in this book, Alex, and I still can't find my higher purpose, or I can't get unstuck?
Well, it happens at different speeds for different people, right?
Yeah.
So if you do work through, if you just read the book and don't do any of the exercises, then guess what? You won't, for sure, right? This book is more about, as you said earlier, it's a step-by-step. So it's about following those steps. It's about doing some of those processes and little exercises that are in there. And if you do those, you will start to get closer to that. Now, some people have done those exercises in that book and found their higher purpose and their passion like right away. It just happened. Boom. They saw it very clearly. For other people, it takes a little bit longer because you may have been stuck for longer, right? You may sort of still be in that chaos a little bit. So anybody can get there, but it just, how long is it going to take? So stick with it because you can figure it out. You can get in touch with that. It's just that it may come at a different speed for you. So if it doesn't come right away, don't get frustrated. That's a message in and of itself. Maybe I'm not quite ready yet, or maybe I still need to look at something else. Maybe I have some reprogramming still to do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to get a little bit clearer about what it is I truly want, some details around that, rather than just the blob of it, if you like. So everybody can get there if you follow those processes. It's just that everybody's on their own path at their own speed, and as to when you get there.
Right. Yeah, and when puts a lot of pressure on people, I think. Somebody who's in their, midlife, 40, 45, and they're suddenly faced with looking at the possibility of changing their life around, would feel pressured by the timing.
Yeah, time can be a big one. And especially, I think part of that is also we compare. Well, such and such is doing this, but they started it, when they were 30. I'm 40. Am I going to start this now? Stop the comparing, because the comparing is just going to take you down a road that's totally unproductive. You are on your path and your journey. And truly, it's never too late. It really is never too late. We sort of become conditioned that by this certain age, then, hey, by 60, you should be thinking about retiring.
Getting in that rocking chair.
Right. It's too late.
Hey, will you please stop it?
Yeah. It's crazy, right? It's like, you're as young as you feel.
Yeah.
And if you want to do something new, if you want to start something new, go do it. Because the thing is, if you start it today, guess where you'll be in a year? But if you don't start it today and a year later has passed and you didn't do it, and now, you're what? You were 50 before and now you're 51 and it still didn't happen. You're going to feel like it's too late now. But if you'd started when you wanted to, you'd be a year into it. So don't buy into that whole, I'm too old, it's too late, I can't start. That's all mindset. That is all mindset, and that can all be shifted, that perspective. Follow what you want to do, and again, just build on it incrementally and see where you are a year from the day that you decided to start and put that first step forward and take the journey.
Be your own best friend, and don't let that Larry bring you down.
Yes.
Larry.
So, Alex, we have
Larry. Wait, Janet, I have one more question.
Sure.
So, Alex, you're fairly an unknown in this whole self-help world. Why should I buy your book versus Tony Robbins or Wayne Dyer or whoever else?
Oh, such a great question. I love that. Right, because let's face it, they've been around for a long time. They're tried and tested, and, stick with what you know. I think the difference is, in terms of the perspective that I bring. So I feel like I'm bringing a new perspective, but also proximity to the situation. And what I mean by that is, it's not too long ago that I was stuck myself, and that I was working through my own journey and figuring these things out and sort of having those moments of, you gotta be kidding me, as I discovered these new concepts and ideas, right? And how it feels to sort of start to put your arms around those and put them into practice in your life. Whereas those other folks, they're absolutely fabulous, but they've been doing it for a really long time. They don't necessarily have that proximity anymore, right? It's a long time since Louise Hay or Tony Robbins was stuck, right? I mean, they've been living really the way they want to for many, many years. And so for me, and this is what I've heard from readers too, is that my story is so kind of recent that they feel it's very relatable. They feel that proximity, that I really do understand what they are going through, you know, and that is a really helpful thing, to not feel that you're alone. I mean, I've heard that a lot from people who've read the book and said, wow, it's so good to know that I'm not the only person that feels this way. And wow, you just worked through it. I mean, it's pretty recent for you. So, you know, that's what makes them interested in the book, because it's like, how did you do that? And that's what I lay out in the book for them, is exactly how I unpacked all that and got myself unstuck. So I think that's the difference, and why anybody would care about my story or the book. It's because it's, you know, yes, my story's in there, but essentially what I'm doing is providing the tools for how you use those in your story to get you unstuck. It can be applied for your life.
And you're more related. People can relate more to you than they can to Tony Robbins or Louise Hay, because, as you said, they've been doing it for so long. People have actually put them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Right.
Said, well, look at that guy or that woman up there. I could never be them. But with you, yeah. So thank you for...
Thank you. I appreciate the question.
Yeah, that was going to be a question that I wanted to ask too, is this book is actually born out of a process you took yourself through with the help of a coach, right?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, and different things that I sort of discovered myself and picked up along the way. Essentially, I kind of took it all and took all the pieces that really worked for me and created the book and created that roadmap and those different steps, so that other people can do exactly the same thing and get themselves unstuck. Yeah.
So Alex, as we're winding down here, I would like you to let the audience know where they can find you, because you also do coaching, personal coaching. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you. The book is, you know, as you said, From Chaos to Clarity, Getting Unstuck and Creating a Life You Love. It's available on Amazon in Kindle, paperback, and audio, so any which way you like it. And in terms of the coaching, absolutely. I mean, that's a big part of what I do. I help people get unstuck every day, and I work a lot with people who feel burned out, stressed in their life, and they're trying to create that work-life balance that they crave. And so if you want to get in touch with me for that, you can go to my website, which is www.alexbratty.com, spelled ALEXBRATTY.com, or just send me an email, alex@alexbratty.com. And as a special offer for your viewers today, I'm also offering a 20-minute free consultation. So if anybody out there watching is feeling stuck or burned out or stressed or just run down, and they want to talk to me, they want to sort of map out sort of where they are, where they want to be, how to build the bridge to get there, they can reach out at the email or the website and contact me, and we'll set up a call.
Wow, that's really awesome. That's very generous. Thank you.
Thank you.
And, you know, thank you so much for joining us today, Alex. We've had a great time talking to you. And I can tell you, listeners, from having read it myself, I was really inspired. I didn't know I would, well, no, I did know I was stuck in a specific area of my life. And so I had nothing to lose. You all have nothing to lose by trying the steps that Alex has laid out here in the book. And it raised my mood from despair, basically, to close to excitement. So it does work.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. It makes my heart sing to hear that it had that impact on you. And it's been a pleasure. You've been great. So thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thanks.
And goodbye, everybody.
Bye.